Hey everyone! So, having dinner, late dinner, and I might fly back out. That's what I always say, but I'm always here. So seriously, I've never been out of Hong Kong since 2006. And I have reported that to Intellect, I think. The identity search that someone has stolen my AIM and AOL instant message, and more. So in that case, let me show you my arrangements on my bookshelves, and let's do it together. Let me put on my jacket, because without a jacket, but I put it aside, but let me. So without my jacket, alright, I want to say that you know, I have to do my books. Alright. For example, I recommend that without with no categorizing your books, is always the heaviest books on the bottom or in the middle section, so it doesn't tilt, so it is stable, stabilized. And then the fact that the book sizes matters. Number 3, the way I do it, assorted books, okay? And then the concentrated zone, alright? So there's a shelf with each category, almost, and that's the dictionary. Haha. And then the sorted and arranged, adjusted, located books are each shelves, alright? So you might see a book of the interest and you ask, how come there's only one? Excuse me, why is there only one? Because that is the spiking of interest. So sometimes you look at me or you talk to me and you're like, ouch, spiky. That is to spike your interest. Alright? And that's linguistics we lead as American cultures. Excuse my buns. Alright? So let me say it one time in Chinese. 我有一個架係每一個項目嘅書混合為一體，因為你會問點解得一本嘅？個答案係因為我需要 spike your interest， 惹起你嘅興趣嘅心態。嘢唔係嘢仔或者係交嘢個嘢，係惹人討厭嗰個嘢，即係草花頭下面有個弱字再加個心，好似好吧，不好，好不好 ？Alright, next. Children's book and history, the keys, okay? So there's the text, and then there are the keys with the graphics and the drawings. Don't touch the electronics, it is GPS. And if you see books like this, it's because I had to take it apart to scan 掃描. These I'm going to make a Bay Cup. Bay Cup is a guidance to pass all the exams. And on the day of your exam, people drop a pen, you cough at them. So these are simply textbooks. And then on the books that you want to assure nobody reads it, what do? You seal it with the plastic tape. You use a permanent marker. And then draw a mark. That is hard to forge or repeat, okay? Do you see the mark? You snap a photo and you have the key. But people might draw it very slowly. So you might want to do 2 or 3 sections. And also the maybe have a copy of this, alright? But of course, as friends and associates, you might want to share with yours. Me, I'm by myself now. And it's always been. But when the secretaries come and they need something, then I throw them a book. Why do you throw it at them? So I can say that they ate lunch for sure. You know? Yeah. And there are guys as secretaries. There are men as secretaries. Not often, but there are. Alright. And sometimes, people need references from another department. I mean, it's not everyday thing. It's not everyday thing, THANG as a slang word. It's not everyday thing. It's not everyday situation that people might be on the top of the chain of commands. So if people need references on their free time, when their team leader already dismissed them, maybe they can just get the ISBN code. Not the barcode, but it should have a ISBN code. Like magazines will have ISSN code. This one's covered. And it is easy to scan the code. What is this? Nickelodeon? Disney Kids? Popstar. So, let's take another one and look at the ISSN code. You know what I see value with? These. Just the address and a list of companies and locations. For example, this one actually has the numbers and things, so you can call and ask for, the magazines. And so the numbers, ISSN or ISBN. For example, Game Weekly is ISSN 1607-3282. And if you're doing a chain of numbers and everything is numbered, you don't say 0. Don't say 0. Say O. So it is 1607-3282. 3282. And then on the hyphen, you don't say it if you're on the phone. So you just only say 1607-3282. And then you say it one syllable is 1602, something like that. Alright, so bookshelves. If you want to snap a picture of this conversation, yeah. It is something like this. Hey, USA Today we have. Economic Weekly. The houses pricing. The Apple News. Apple Daily. USA Today. The Wall Street Journal. And this is 2018, November 22nd, plus 7. So it's November 29th. And another Wall Street Journal the next day. And another Wall Street Journal part. They're at. So, this is one side of my bookshelf. Okay, so it's good. I enjoy sometimes on Sundays to chat a little bit, sometimes, and it's not every day that people are relaxed and chilled and understand my work. It's not always about money, and it's not money laundering. It is giving a providing hand while you are self-disciplined. In the ghetto, maybe ghetto fabulous, you don't see file cabinets of different branding because that one is sold out as soon as I bought it. So the top one is IKEA, bottom one is Steel Line. And it's hard to find the distributor because the most nearest one has sold out. They don't carry it anymore. So it's another one. Yeah, I was so pissed off. I was like, hey, senior, kind of in Chinese, senior, 前輩, 我想 order 一個 one more Steel Line drawers. They say we don't carry that anymore. 冇貨. No more. I said, are you sure? I'll buy your floor display or something. No more. Don't carry it. I don't know why. I understand it's only a logo. I mean, they probably get this somewhere and then they can snap a logo on it. And when I came back in 2006, when I arrived in 2006, people didn't see it in me that I was ready for a corporate leadership in Hong Kong because, number one, I was too bright, smiling, whereas you're supposed to be more cautious. And then to me is that sometimes you have to simply observe your first jobs. So that was the mentality and treatment, and eventually, events after events after events, people were able to go to America from my banking record and my track record and my footprints. And then I always joke, same as the Bible stories, if you were to have a promise with somebody and you only see one footprint, it's because the other person carried you on their shoulder. And that's why I have a lot of information online and on the web. So hopefully that can be resourceful one day. Alright, so don't make fun of my file cabinet. It is very stable and it comes out. Come out, baby. Alright. So I put wheels on them. Yeah. And then you ask me why this is considered a studio. It's because I can have sufficient information, maneuverabilities categories by wheels. I can even stack them. If I have guests over, I can flip this down. You can sleep on top of this. You don't believe me? I didn't say comfortable. Alright, see? And this is considered a door. If I want to put divided space. And what's this? This is the shining green. And this is for chroma key. So you want to have a chroma key experience? You can take this to your pop. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. So these are just silly jokes, and you know, for all the hawklings and Polish dogs, and what else? Bacon dogs that I eat at your streets, roughing my engines, boom, boom, or playing my music. So, let me show you the back of this. So remember, if you don't have a library and you only have, say, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 shelves, always put a few CDs and things. And then hey, where's my biography? Maybe behind this. And you'll be okay. And let me tell you, when I was a child in Hong Kong, each and all the government offices have Her Majesty's portrait. And the age was middle age, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same logo icon. Not the logo, but icon picture as the dollar. or yeah. So that's one kind of doing it, and I still have a few books. What was that? So I'm going to turn this around and show you again. What I did not show you is that I have to put the names of each magazine on here. So this is another format. Okay. The collections on the top. For example, I have the collections of historical pictures and postcards for inspirations, and walls, categories. And then next, there is another side of this. In this side of shelves, on the side of the shelves, there are the newspaper, and you can clearly see each of the magazines. If they're stacked this way, that means these are more reserved. And if they're on the top, they're more adults and for adulthoods, and that you need more focus and more control and self-control. If you ask me what I'm doing, is Tai Chi. In Tai Chi, there are two elements, or two basic focus that you can start your own. One, if you lift, you have to kind of, balance it. But when you strike, and if my hands are pushing forward, my body can lean back. So before a child or growing up as a teenager can do this, and having the banking record without cheating, that you don't overspend your allowance, and you don't ask other people for allowance, and you don't do side jobs without telling, and full application and tax, then you can't touch the top shelves. Alright. Dismissed. Any questions?